Welcome to another Auto Elements review. BMW is mostly known for their straight-six engines which deliver incredible power, smooth performance and a very distinct exhaust note. For decades, BMW has worked on the straight-six engine to perfection, exponentially improving it with every generation, and that is evident today as this engine still lives on in the latest BMW lineup. As a fun fact, BMW straight-six engines are also used by other manufacturers like the Morgan Aero 8, Opel Omega, Raton Free Climber, Wiseman GT, Bentley Arnage, Veritas RS3, plus many other more. So today we're looking at the BMW M440i xDrive Coupe. This is a two-door sports coupe, and for the first time it mixes BMW's popular engine with the all-wheel drive xDrive system like you'd find in the BMW M5. This combination has been long overdue as it now gives BMW an edge over its rivals like the Audi RS4, RS5 in particular. Now with xDrive, these BMWs have become much better than ever, giving them a fair chance against the competition. So what do you get when you go for the M440i xDrive Coupe? Well, it's a two-door sports coupe, four-seater, also available in a convertible. We'll get to the price in just a minute. Let's start with the interior. Inside, it's a familiar modern BMW affair, similar to the 3 and 4 Series Grand Coupe and other models up in the range. Standard seats are covered in Sensatec, which is a great material, looks and feels like leather, very premium. You can also get these in a variety of colors and proper merino leather as well. This model is fitted with a Venesca black leather with contrasting blue stitching. Moving to the dash, you get an ergonomically laid out design and angles slightly towards the driver. Physical buttons for climate controls and other shortcuts are included. Lovely touch. Ambient lighting on the dash, contours and doors, which is a feature I love so much. You can choose from a variety of colors to suit your mood at any time of the day. There are two high-definition screens above the dash. In the center console is the infotainment touchscreen where most of the tech in the car is controlled and configured, like your safety systems, the ambient lighting, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, driver assistance systems, driving modes, car settings, you name it. The 4 Series comes with an 8.8-inch infotainment screen as standard. You can option out the 10.3-inch screen. In front of the driver is another screen which measures 12.3 inches and replaces their traditional dials. Many motoring journalists complain that it's not as customizable as other displays you'll find in Max or Audis, and I agree, but we're already expecting the iDrive 8, which we've now seen in the BMW i4 and iX models. It's a huge improvement from this, and it will trickle down to these models when they get a facelift. Around the dial are a few shortcut buttons: the driving mode selector, electronic parking brake, auto hold, the engine start-stop button, etc. It's trimmed with a scaly looking finish around the edges called aluminum tetragon. Very nice indeed. There are two cup holders. Behind those is a wireless charging tray. You've got a 12-volt outlet and a USB-C connector to connect your phone, and of course you've got a retractable cover to conceal everything from any prying eyes. Underneath the center armrest is a decently sized storage bin with a USB-C connector as well, and the glove box is lined in a velvety material so nothing rattles in there when you're driving or taking those sharp corners, and the card or wallet holder as well on the driver's side. The materials look and feel very premium. It's a very well put together interior, and the seating position is nice and low for that sporty driving experience. You can option out a sunroof as well, which adds light to this rather dark interior. At the back you get two decently sized seats in which you sit quite low, and this being a coupe means you don't get that much visibility because the windows are narrow and they don't open. This is a sports coupe after all. You don't own it for the spaciousness at the rear. To get in, you pull the handle behind the front seat, push it forward slightly and the seat will do the rest for you. Once you're in, pull the seat back and it'll adjust to its preset position. With that being said, foot and knee room is only enough for small to medium height people. Anyone taller will suffer, especially if their front occupants are just as tall as they are. But you do get separate climate controls and 2 more USB ports. Through loading for those extra long items, and the boot comes in very handy. There are some isofix points as well for your child seat, but then again this is not ideal for that type of family. This is a car for 4 occupants and you can regard it as a mini Grand Tourer for those long journeys with your friends or maybe a couple's retreat. I went to the BMW configurator to spec out my ideal or dream M440i, which is an interesting way to see how your car could look like once you leave it. Here's how mine looks like. I'll link the car summary in the description below. Let me know if you do play with the BMW configurator or any other configurator for that matter, and how you spec your BMW, or better yet, have you ordered one from or reserved one from the BMW configurator, and how was that journey for you? I'd like to know. Please share your experience in the comments below. Now let's go to the exterior. In my opinion, the 4 Series Coupe has toned down on its dramatic and traditional BMW looks. It has more softer, smoother, flatter panels than the outgoing model. Sure, there are some creases here and there, but not enough to emphasize its sportiness. It's not aggressive enough. The M Sport body trim helps, but this is what it should look like in standard trim. That's the problem with BMWs lately. The standard trim of any of their models looks so plain that you just want to add sugar to it, hence forcing you to order the M Sport trim. The grille sparked a lot of conversation worldwide, especially after we all saw the 4 Series concept back in 2019. Motoring journalists, car enthusiasts and fanboys were all up in arms when it was revealed. It was at that point realized that the much dreaded bucktooth grills were making their way to the other models down the BMW range. After seeing it in the BMW 7 Series and X7 as well, people were really upset. There were hilarious memes. However, opinions did not change anything. This is it. And after staring at it for a good amount of time, praying to the Lord to give me strength to accept things that I can change, it grew on me, and I accepted it. The grille is active, meaning it opens and shuts as required by the cooling system, and it aids with aerodynamics when shut, helping the car cut through air more efficiently. It's trimmed with the bronze gold color found on the M Performance models, like on the side mirrors and the badges at the rear. But if you don't like that color, you can also spec out the gloss black trim, which would be my preferred choice. We've got the standard LED headlights with DRLs on these models. BMW laser lights can be spec'd out as well. Of course, this model has the M Sport body kit and standard, which looks the part, as I said earlier on. On here, we have 19-inch bicolor double spoke and wheels. As standard, you get 18-inch wheels. At the rear, there are big dual M exhaust surroundings housing smaller real exhaust pipes inside them. I like how the reverse camera is hidden inside the BMW badge. That's a very neat touch. The very brilliant and best-in-class 3D 360 camera is an optional extra. And these slimmer LED taillights will wrap around the corners very nicely. They look quite pretty. In fact, I think this looks much better from the rear. This would be my preferred angle. This car can sprint from 0 to 100 km an hour in 4.5 seconds. That's what BMW claims, but you know that they can go faster. That figure is achievable thanks to the 3-liter straight 6-in-line engine that delivers 285 kilowatts and 500 Newton meters of torque. With the updated engines, you also get a mild hybrid system, which adds about 8 kilowatts as well. Top speed is limited to 250 kilometers an hour. Fuel consumption is rated at about 7.5 to 8.2 liters per 100 kilometers. That could easily go higher, as this car always begs you to drive it harder and harder. Now, before we wrap it up, let's talk about the pricing. The 4 Series range starts from around 828,000 with the plain 420i. Next up, the range starting from about 875,000 is the 420 diesel, and the M440i xDrive starts from 1.2 million. There's no manual transmission available. They all use an 8-speed sport automatic gearbox. When it comes to the options, there are many boxes to tick. There's an M technology pack which costs around 6,300 rands. There's a carbon M exterior package which costs around 83,600 rand. You must really want it if you want to option that. There are 7 paint colors at no cost option, but if you want something custom or more special, you can pay up to 71,300 for BMW individual paints. There are 6 no-cost interior upholstery options in the Vanasca leather or the BMW individual merino leather, costing up to 49,900 rands. For the trim finishes, you get 2 choices for free, 2 wood trims costing at 2,400 rands each, and 4 more options at 8,800 rand each, which includes the carbon fiber trim. Other than that, there are far more options for the interior, exterior and driving dynamics like gesture control, comfort access, automatic taillight, high beam assist, BMW laser lights, seat ventilation, tire pressure monitoring, adaptive M suspension, Harman Kardon sound system, BMW drive recorder. You can go to town with the options list. Let me know what you'd option in it. So here's a car that delivers incredible performance, which was once only reserved for full M models. It has good looks, depends on who you ask, handles like a proper sports car and feels comfortable enough for a daily driver. Would you consider this or the slightly more sensible M340i sedan, or better yet wait for the upcoming smaller and nimbler M240i Coupe? Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are about the BMW M440i xDrive. A special thank you to BMW Centurion and Malongete for their great hospitality and allowing me to film these cars. I'll leave their details in the description below. Thank you for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to support the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.